So this is Derek. Derek was cut by Rosie Matos, and as you see here, just a 360 view of the existing length that Derek had as he came into the shoot, to give him just a little bit more of a classic look with a modern twist. If you see here, Rosie starts out by creating a division line that goes from the front hairline all the way to the back, starting off with diagonal back sections, bringing that hair inside her hand and layering it to the desired length that she's looking for, continuing on with diagonal back sections, bringing it straight out from the head shape. So if you notice here, there's barely any over direction. Again, with that diagonal back section, maintaining that control. So as you comb the hair, making sure that your fingers are pulling that hair straight out. As you continue to work that section down, making sure that your knuckles are tucked in to cut a shorter length towards the nape area. So she's still slightly building some weight as she's moving up the head shape. If you see here, as she continues working her way down, cutting it shorter, taking another diagonal back section, getting a piece of your guideline from the previously cut hair, combing that hair straight out. And if you see here, there's just a little bit of over direction from that. Consistency and clean section is going to be key with this haircut to maintain the balance. You see, body position is also important. As she's cutting palm to palm, it allows her to control the hair a lot easier. She goes in now from the back and continues that same division line, so you end up with a little bit of a triangle. Bringing that from that front, taking again diagonal back sections. If you see here, her hand position now has changed. Her fingertips are now down, knuckles are up, so it's important here that your elbow plays a big role within cutting the hair. Maintaining that elbow up, as you see here with her body position, helps her control the layering of this haircut. She combs that hair out, and you see sometimes working in that nape area could become a little bit difficult. So you see she combs the hair up and then combs it slightly back down. You see here, there's slight over direction forward with that to maintain some of that length towards the crown area. Diagonal sections working towards the back, brushing that hair from the top all the way out because it's going to be disconnected. Here you see now, as Rosie continues the approach towards the top, she's going to comb all that hair backwards and create a division line that goes from that front hairline all the way to the back crown. She's going to start at the crown area, which is going to be her shortest length, working towards her longest length towards the front. So she's connecting that through that back area, working her way towards the front. So this would be a triangular layer. She's now going to divide that into two, so that way she has a guide for the next section that she's going to cut. Over direction is towards the center. So if you see here, look at the body position of how Rosie maintains her elbow up. It's going to help her just also maintain the length towards the front. As you work towards the opposite side, again, just combing that hair out of your way for easiness and control. Body position is key on this, so making sure that your upper body is nice and parallel. And you see, continuing from that shorter to longer length, over direction towards the center. And this is also going to help her maintain longer length towards the front and also towards the side. So as she moves towards the front, the haircut starts to become disconnected. You're starting to see a lot of these haircuts in the modern gentleman nowadays, where they have slightly a classic look, but a little bit more of that pompadour. You see here that Rosie wants to create a little bit of separation, so going in with the carving comb, one of my favorite tools to be able to remove some of that weight. And you see, as she's going back and forth with that, she's really just creating some separation in those ends, so that way when he goes out to style his hair, sometimes it's just a little bit easier. See here again, just removing some of that weight. Going in now with your scissor and creating just that nice outline. So you see Rosie's just going to comb that hair forward. She's going to hold the ear down, which is going to be key and essential. This is a little bit of a scary area sometimes when we're cutting around the ear. So it's important that we fold that ear downward. And you see here, just using the tips of her scissor, to create a little bit of a softer line as she's detailing and creating the outline for this gentleman. You know, I love the approach of this. This is just a very classic way of many gentlemen that come into the salon, or they come into the barbershop, and they're not looking for a very strong line. So the scissor is really going to help you to define that line, but maintain the softness. Here you see again, just maintaining that outline. And as she approaches here, you see just giving him just a little bit trim on his eyebrows. I think it's very important that within men's grooming that we approach all those areas, because a lot of times the gentleman does not know that those hairs tend to grow as we get older. So you have to trim them down so that way you just maintain yourself looking well groomed. So here you see Rosie applying some of our Steady Grip, Natural Shine, Strong Hold. She's going to utilize this as a foundation to blow dry the hair. I love utilizing this product many times for a gentleman that has a finer fabric of hair, as it gives him just a little bit of more muscle and volume within his hair, creating thickness. So you see as she's blow drying the hair using a leafing motion within that, making sure that that hair is all just coming backwards, and then utilizes her round brush, focusing more on the base of the hair to maintain a lot of that volume within that pompadour look. Again, here you see Rosie just polishing the ends of that hair. Once the hair is completely dried, now going in with hard wire. It's going to give you a matte finish, strong hold with that. So make sure that you distribute that product evenly within your hands, and then using your fingers in a raking motion from that front to back, really to maintain some of that separation. So your fingers are always going to maintain some of that separation and volume, the palm of your hand for sleekness and control. And here you see the end result of Derek. Just a nice classic haircut with a modern twist to it by Rosie Matos.